Graduates, big up on a nice clean self. Yes, my voice is still a bit sore, but I'm not as bad as I was before. So I'm coming on to connect with you guys because we have some things that we need to talk about. You understand? I sound a bit, I sound a bit, I sound a bit husky. I sound a bit husky, not true. Sound like Dion Warwick. I sound like Dion Warwick. Are you hearing me now, Anisha? If you're new to my channel, this is how we usually start it. You understand? We start with a bit of silence so that it gives people time to see their notifications and come across to the class. And then we do the greetings. Yeah, I sound like Dion work, not you, Shamin. I am feeling a lot better though. I've had a course of antibiotics and stuff, and that's finished. And I'm doing my honey and my lemon every day. It's the change of weather. Plus, I go outside, let me think me a young fowl, my loves. When I go outside, me not have on no clothes. And it's winter, you know. You think so you're still young like that? And then we go pick up something, I don't know, some bad flu going around the place. And that thing attacked my throat, like first of all. Yeah. Anyway, let me big up the graduates in the classroom. Drea 1969, Life with Truly, Kenesha, Andreen, Olivine, Beverly, OS, Bayesian Girl, Charmaine, Sonia Pink, Kiki Ram, QT, Big up in the South, Bayesian Girl. My members are here. Yes, Bruce and TJ Channel, early and present. Lovely. Connie, big up yourself. Curleen, Wagwan, Andreen Harris, Rosemary, big up yourself. And let me see who else have I missed. Yvette Sharp, Simone Barton Joseph, Caroline Da Costa, Linda G. Bless, Heather Samuels, Unapologetically Stacy, OS. It is what it is. You thought you had a new co-host. No, sir. I'm the same one. Juju, big up yourself. Yes, Debbie, big up yourself. Debbie says, hail up everybody. You don't wonder which girl is on the channel. You think they get take over. It's going around here in the States also. Yeah, really bad flu, Beverly. I don't know what's going on. Arlene, big up yourself. Good afternoon, Professor Gorgeous Lady. Girl, so nice. Wagwan, Marincha. Yeah, man. Hi, Latoya, I see you as well. And Kathleen, Nicola Pitt, I see you. So, a few things that I go on and I miss it because me the rest my voice. And I never want to run out the way me did want to run out because if me did run out the way, then me would have definitely not have a voice at all for the next for Christmas. So you see, because I didn't want to have a voice for Christmas, me did have to hold it for a little bit until it was appropriate for me to come out. Now, we're going to talk about a number of things. But first of all, I wonder if you noticed the striking similarities between the Carters. Yes, as in the American Carters and the Jamaican Carters. Both of whom seem to be going through very similar dilemmas, with accusations being placed on the males in the family on the basis of some kind of physical and intimate distorted behavior towards a minor. And I'm saying this the best way possible so that YouTube not strike me. True, Sonia. Yeah, man, Andrina, that's it I do. So, in light of that, I was just looking at the differences between the families and how they're handling the case. I noticed that Where one family is concerned, it's all about on with the show as though nothing is going on. Whereas where Beyonce and her husband are concerned, both of which are standing together as a full united force in the public eye, one, the accused is not silent at all. In fact, making a lot of noise on the media about his intentions, even planning to sue the lawyer who has accosted him with the charge, claiming that this lawyer is actually trying to manipulate and blackmail rich and famous people out of their finances using these trumped up cases when not no go so. The man not hesitate for say that not no go so. That's the difference between that Carter and CMR. This Carter is taking accountability, is facing his demons. Now, a lot of people have got things to say, though, about how Beyonce, her husband, the mother, and the daughter, Blue Ivy, turned up at that movie launch, right? Because Blue Ivy, and I did the social experiment on my page. I deliberately put up that video with Blue Ivy in the dress for the Lion King launch. And I said to myself, I wonder if anybody's going to say anything. And lo and behold, on my page, my Jamaican audience said nothing. I was very surprised, but not. Because I really and truly ran that social experiment to see if fame can pull the wool over the eyes of the public to the point where we're willing to accept all sorts just because they are popular. Now, I'm going to show the dress now. And it's not the first time Blue Ivy has been dressed like this. And don't worry, hold your horses. Bear with me because it's going to get to where we're going to get to. You understand? But anyway, let me just pull up this image. All right. And let me share my screen. Everybody seen that? There's Beyonce, there's Mummy looking so beautiful. There's Blue Ivy beside her. Big up yourself, Vanessa. What does my audience have to say about the presentation of these two? Are you in agreement that Blue Ivy should be dressed like this? Look carefully at her body language. Is she comfortable? Is she feeling like she's in her skin? Is she feeling as though she's a child? Look carefully at her arms. Look at her shoulders. Look at her neckline. Look at Beyonce, however. Beyonce's shoulders are sloped. They're relaxed. She's smiling comfortably. Her head is to the side. She's proudly putting her hands on the back of her daughter. But look closely at Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy's shoulders are square. Her jawline is rigid. Her eyes don't seem to be staring at anything in particular. Her smile looks like it can hardly break. Her arms are bent like she is some kind of, what would you say? Like she's some kind of robot. Yeah? Very awkward, correct? Very uncomfortable. This little girl is 12. 12 years old. And when I placed that on my page, the video said Blue Ivy looks nice. Hmm. Is Jay-Z no longer guilty or what? Because he's just hanging out. Hmm. That little girl looks so uncomfortable. She doesn't look right. She looks as though she's being made to dress like this, to look like this. At the age of 13, when your body starts to develop, you become so conscious of you become so conscious of your changes. Your breasts might be coming out, but them don't sit right. Them just a stick out, so them feel uncomfortable. Whereas before you used to be flat chested. Everything is weird. Your hips are not quite coming in, but they're slightly there. Some 30 now, no hips at all. Your waist not really gone in, so because you still have this elongated torso, slightly like a boy. So you're not comfortable yet in your body as a 13-year-old. But it is not the first time that they have dressed this little girl like this. Not at all. In fact, they have dressed her like this before. You understand? Hold on. They've dressed her like this before. And each time this little girl is dressed like this, you can see the awkwardness in her body language. You could see that she's not quite feeling this. Now, here is one with her dad. Okay? So let me just share this. So her dad's on stage with her. Now, this dress is a little bit cuter. It's a little bit more, I think, demure in comparison to the other. The very slight shoulder wear and not as much cleavage on exposure, but still highlighting a sweetheart neckline, which is still not appropriate for a child that age. There's still a lot of skin on display. Now, in this popular family, where it's perfectly normal for a 12-year-old to dress like Blue Ivy is dressing, it is of little wonder that people will raise an eyebrow towards the dad based on how she's presented. Now, everybody's going to argue and go, no, a child should not be meant to feel as though she's dressed inappropriately. It's your mind that's dirty. It's your mind that's inappropriate. You should not be looking at a child like that. She should be able to literally go outside butt naked and nobody should look. Everybody's so damn hypocritical. Because it's for this very reason why it is that some of you same adults will rationalize why a woman has been raped based on the fact that she was dressed like a hoochie or a whore. You're going to say, well, she go outside with all her batija out her door. She not expects a man to go look her. I'm telling you this for the mere fact that there are men out there who will prey on developing and underage girls because they are mentally sick. They cannot distinguish between a fully formed woman and a child. And by packaging a child like a fully formed woman, you are going to end up with higher probabilities of such girls being approached. It doesn't make it right, and it doesn't mean it should be the case. But I am telling you that the temptation is far more obvious. Now let's get to CMR. And like I said, Jay-Z has been speaking up about his situation and saying that, he's innocent and going after the lawyer who's brought up this accuser who's remaining faceless. Now, can you flipping imagine that? You're accusing a man of essaying you and you refuse to show your identity. Now, I don't even understand how the law works over there in the United States. It sounds crazy because how in God's name can you get away with making such an accusation and being anonymous, claiming that it's for your safety? But at the very least, the person that you are going for should know who you are. How are they supposed to counteract? I don't get it. Mind you, Jay-Z's case is actually not criminal yet. It's actually a civil case. And it's not being gone after in terms of essaying of a minor because the statute of limitation has passed. It's been so long. But this person's using this weird clause in terms of violence against somebody on the basis of gender. Not ask me about it. Me just read it. So it's on that basis that they're going after this man and they're doing it through the civil courts, which is different for CMR. CMR is getting a downright criminal charge if he's found guilty. He's getting a felony. Now, I notice say, interestingly, in the last live of Crissy she do, she come out and said that she had thought about she could take a break. Then, of course, we had CMR's hullabaloo about his graduation. And then, of course, we now know that CMR has traveled. So nobody thinks that him travel. He reached at Jamaica already. Him dead already, people. In fact, him a post for over there. Him not about to travel. He travel. He land. Now, isn't it interesting that at the very same moment Crissy's claiming that she's taking a break, CMR is now in Jamaica for his grandmother's passing, the funeral. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, how can he travel? He's on charges. Da, 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 da. Actually, listen, that's a perfectly legal thing. He can travel. He is on bond. It's a little bit different when you're on bond, as opposed to if, for example, let me see. I'm going to tell you, I don't want to use the wrong terminology. If you are traveling and you're getting a pre-trial release with bond or a pre-trial release, then you cannot travel, right? But if you're released with a bond, be it a misdemeanor or even on the basis of a potential felony charge, you shouldn't have any restrictions on your traveling, but you always have to kind of go via the attorney. Now, we do know that on the 6th of November, CMR had written a 2-page document to the judge. Now, this correspondence and everything else is still under lock and key. The case is still open. It isn't closed. And it is highly likely that in that 2-page document, he was asking permission to go and, fulfill his obligations for his grandmother's passing. And and he probably got the thumbs up, or at least letting the judge know. And probably asking for trial proceedings to wait until such things have taken place, right? Now, he is not a flight risk necessarily because there may have been conditions around his travel. But all I can say is, regardless of that, he would have forfeited his $7,500 that he paid, and then he would have a warrant out for his arrest. Yeah? So it's not worth running off. It really isn't worth running off. You're going to be in problems. And I cannot foresee CMR wanting to go to Jamaica to live, because it's not like he's invested down there anyway, right? That clown is right there with him. Too ratted. Katie, did I not tell you? Me not tell you, because what I looked at was the fact, say, imagine you were talking about, say, you are go on break. You not put up your weekly vlog as normal. You the on break at the same time that this brother, they're Jamaica. It's very suspicious. Very much suspicious. And what I have gathered from your last life, Crissy, was that you don't give one flying F about that little girl feelings. You don't care about what people think about the situation, how people perceive her, how the public perceives her, how her friends perceive her. You don't give one flying F. All you care about is your money. All you care about is your money. I heard you make a statement in your life that really made me raise an eyebrow and look at you different. When you claimed that everybody else is fine, but that the Jamaican people them alone have a problem. And the Jamaican people them alone bothered. That's what you said. And when I heard that, I heard it very, very loud and clear that to you, it was not important enough to spend any time on. That was you straight away. I throw your little girl under the bus. That was you making a very quick decision that enough is enough in terms of sympathy with this girl. Yeah? Yeah, tell your audience, stop. You literally blocked out everything, including comments that said justice for Jay. You blocked out everything. You didn't care to hear about it. And that's why I look at the real Carters, because una the fake Carters, you know. Una the wannabe Carters, you know. Una know the real Carters. That is why I look at the real Carters different to how I look at you. While I do not agree with how they dress their little girl, and I think that really and truly for her age, it's too much. But I know that in Hollywood and in the music industry, they are just a little bit too precocious and too prime, full stop, period. And it opens avenues for potential pedophilic behavior. While that's the case, at least the father a chant fire and I stand up on him ground and I say, listen, don't think say all of us out here is the same. And plus, we do not have any backstory of him being this dirty dog like we have of your man. That is one of the biggest differences. So the American audience in particular are 50-50 about Jay-Z. But you see, where your husband is concerned, the Jamaican population is mostly against this man. Now, but I think say because you see, he having few brain dead audience and make up them comments them that account for the majority. Why you not think that one can't dare step foot in a TikTok? Because I guess the whole of the young people them there. If you ever step foot in a TikTok, I see CMR put up about it might have turn up on TikTok. You turn up on TikTok, TikTok I go chew you alive. Let me go chew you alive. Dirty man, leave the people picking them alone. That is all you're gonna get. So in the court of public opinion, you are guilty until proven innocent, which is the same for P. Diddy. P. Diddy is guilty until proven innocent. Absolutely nobody's out here saying that P. Diddy didn't do it. Everybody's saying Diddy did it, okay? And that's before going to court. So if P. Diddy can get that treatment, who the hell are you? You gonna get it. You the same, if not worse. You did not care to even protect your daughter on camera. You made her come out like some kind of lapdog to go and fetch a charger while you were basically pally-pallying and princess treatmenting your little one. All you depend is go fetch this and go fetch that like you were talking to a dog. I heard that child have to answer you, yes, mother. What the hell is that? Like some kind of Victorian household. Who the hell says yes, mother? That sounds so flipping formal. She's supposed to say mommy, mom. Yes, mother. It just sounded weird as F. I'm like, what the hell? No loving interaction. No, you can't get no snack. You did not soon ready. Always very harsh to that little girl. Always. And if nobody else not gonna say it, me gonna say it. Where that little girl is concerned, you've always been awkward with her. And I've gone through some of your videos in the past and how it is that you communicate with her. Even when you're doing a little dance thing together, it not even look like it gel. You look like you're just doing that for the camera. Hmm? I know for a fact that based on how you guys are behaving, your intention is to get that little girl to retract. But guess what? The case is not against Jay. The case is against the state of Florida. And really and truly, prosecution can still decide to go after you, regardless. Regardless. Yeah, me hear Bruce and people are wonder if she a breed. Me hear her say that. People are wonder if she a breed. And she could have breed, yes. She could have breed from before. But regardless of whatever it is, right? There is also the possibility that she very much gone to Jamaica with this damn man because Crissy has shown that she has stepped up to the plate with the man more than the daughter. You heard her at the graduation a scream and a ball out her throat and a celebrate her husband's honors. And he did get an honors. I've seen his name. He actually was on the presidential list. So yes, he did get his honors. Him not dunce. And nobody has ever said that CMR dunce, which is why we know say him know what the hell him doing when him do what him do. Nothing that man does is not deliberate and on purpose. You understand? Towards the end of the video where he's claiming he's going to get ready and he's back at home, you can clearly see that the background is different. It's not the same house as Crissy. It's not the same house. You understand? But that's just sometimes them do these things to just throw you guys off and say, listen, we're nowhere near each other and whatever. But may I tell you straight say, that man there Jamaica already. This video was done before and he posted when he reached. Okay, now gonna give no opportunity for nobody catch him slipping on no plane. You understand? And oftentimes they post things in the back. Yeah, not as it happens. But it's just interesting that at the same time his wife is taking a break, it's the same time that he's in Jamaica for this funeral. And I'm 90% convinced that she did it with him. And that the mother is left back at the place with the picnic them probably. Or at least with Jay. Because if she even travel with the others, she can't travel with that little girl there and bring her. Because that's straight jail. You understand? Right, Desmarie, I don't know about that. I don't know about Crissy being pregnant. Norma said she not breathe, she had a hysterectomy. Did she? Did she have a hysterectomy, Norma? I don't know about that. Right, but I am not going to say that she's pregnant. Me work with facts, people. I work with facts, I'm going to work with probabilities. And in terms of, I've heard mixed things about Crissy's ability to have more kids. So I'm kind of vying away from that. But I'm just looking at the coincidental absenteeism of both, right? Of them during a crucial time. But what Mega says this for all you people out there, especially you, J progress, J non-progressive, J backward, you. When you come out with that stupid video, I've never been so irritated in all my life at another blogger and the crap that he's got to say. Yeah? You came out here all gushing with emotions and talking about how lovely it was to see the man with his daughters. Are you stupid? Like, have you not realized that they are there laddie dying and having up this dolly house crap while this little girl is isolated and pushed to one side because she can't be there? And that she's going to be feeling a sense of guilt, a sense of marginalization, a sense of isolation away from her mother and her siblings, even if she wants to be away from the raw soul. You not realizing that she's out there feeling on the edge, not apart, excluded. And you that they celebrate. And oh, it was so nice to see a father with his kids. What a dumbass comment. I've never heard such rubbish in all my life. You sat there and you kissed ass for 90% of your video. 90% of your video, that's what you were busy doing. Like a punk. And I was like, look at this man not standing up for anything. Oh, we've got to be professional. We've got to be this. We've got to be that. Listen, all of that argument can kiss my ass. What professional and what this and what that? The police report is plenty for you to stand on business for. The police report is plenty for you to defend that child's viewpoints until it is proven otherwise. And I honestly wonder if somebody must have threatened you. If YouTube is so much, you know, to say I want one week or something to come up higher. Listen, you know, not for make YouTube be only income, you know, because it's only when YouTube are only money, only behave so bummy about losing money. Yeah. And that, you know, we're selling a soul in order to defend something that is as unrighteous as what was displayed there. I'm not talking about those followers, you know, because those followers are sheep. Yeah. Them always going to go and, oh, you know, we love the Carters and oh, congratulations. I ain't congratulating no potential pedophile. No. No alleged pedophile. I'm not celebrating. Una can do that because Una used to them kind of treatment there. Una normalize that crap. Una believes say it's okay for a man to do things like that to a stepdaughter. Because somehow Una fantasy that. You understand? But that's not my fantasy. And you see, just like P. Diddy is guilty until proven innocent in the court of public opinion, it's the same with CMR for me and many of my followers. Because we're not fool over here, so. Because all I'm going to say to you is this. If by the very behavior of what's going on with these Carters here, the fake Carters, if by their very behavior they're implying or suggesting that that little girl lied, that she fabricated an entire story against her stepdad, the question needs to be begged. Why? Why would you do that? And if she go tell lie, why she tell lie about 3 different occasions? Hmm? She go make it seem so big. She go back into 3 different occasions. Do you know how they drill kids like that? Do you know how they question them to make sure that they're not lying? To make sure the story makes sense, left, right, and center? Yeah, the Made in China Carters, Anne Marie. The Carters by Temu. Yeah? Something is wrong why a child would actually create such a manipulative tale in order to remove a step parent from the picture. Something is very wrong, right? And that should also make you question what is significantly wrong with the relationship that is had between stepfather and stepdaughter. Now, there was a video that went around, and I'm going to play devil's advocate for just 1 minute. One, you know. There was a video that was going around before where you had the little girl getting ready for her birthday celebrations. Do you remember that? Do you remember the outfit she was wearing? She had on a little boob tube, a very tight pair of leather lookalike pants. Do you remember that? And then she put on a black leather jacket afterwards. Her hair was straightened and done up. Now, you notice I started this live by looking at Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy. A lot of you said the dressing was a bit risque for her age. Now, look carefully at that outfit. And tell me if there's that much difference. Now remember, Blue Ivy have a bit of cleavage, whereas Jay doesn't really have much chest. But she's got a lot of hip and a lot of, her shape is there. And that outfit was very accentuating of her figure. Okay. She had a nice hairstyle, nice straightened hairstyle, which made her look older than her years. During that video, her dad, her stepdad, was putting his arm around her and he was telling her how proud he is of her, how there's certain things she's going to have to step up to the plate and do now that she's turning 13. Da, 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 da. And then the mother stepped in. And when the mother came into the room, we saw a very awkward switch in body language. She went from being smiley and even, as I said, some people saw that she was trying to stop his hand from dropping further down. Some people saw that she was holding his hand comfortably. Yes. But she went from that to almost a frozen body language. Her head dropped, her eyes went downcast as soon as the mother entered. It's either that she was uncomfortable with the mother witnessing that exchange. She felt a sense of guilt because she was enjoying his company too much. Or she felt a resentment of her mother towards her for the attention that the father's giving her. Listen, me I play devil's advocate, because I cannot understand for the life of me why Crissy is so cold to this little girl. And there is such a thing as mother-daughter jealousy. You better believe it. And it really makes me wonder. It really and truly makes me wonder if something else is there that we're missing. If that child is lying, could CMR have given this child a false sense of interest? Listen to me, carefully. Was he planting big man things in this little girl head? Was he making her feel more special than even her mother? Was he giving her the impression that she could rival her? And did she get jealous because he decided not to go any further? Listen carefully. I am looking at it from a very, very dark place. Because the way them people react and treat this child as though what she has to say doesn't matter makes me wonder if there is a lot more filth involved than what we are thinking. Maybe he was potentially leading up to that. I don't want to say the G word. One can say it in the comments. The G word. Yes, he did say that. You could see her body language that she was very uncomfortable with him close to her. When mom came close, she felt safe. Actually, Rasha, that's not what I saw. I saw the opposite. I saw her feeling very comfortable when he was there. And then the moment the mother came, I saw awkwardness and tension. Look carefully again. He said it in the same video. I really love the way her mom have her dressed for her birthday. Yes. You agree. Crissy is very cold towards the child. Exactly. Right? Very cold towards the child. So I'm saying, what if we were to play devil's advocate for one moment and think that there is actually something else there? Either way you take it, I'm going to take this man innocent her backside, listen to what me I say, I say that she a lie out of no reason. Me I say that if she tell a lie, that man was doing something to put that in her. That man was acting out of character in order for her to feel comfortable enough to lie like that. Yes, because really and truly, for a child to tell that kind of lie, she must be wanting vengeance. She must be wanting vengeance. And no doubt this man may have very well been preparing her for the act. And then realize that him can't take it no further. And mixed emotions can confuse a child, especially one that's not yours. Because at one moment they can think that maybe I'm the one he really likes. a sick kind of bonding. And then when them realize that you were taking them for a fool, then all of the shit hit the fan and all the toys get thrown out of the cot. So either way you take it, even if this little girl tell lie, this man had a pivotal role to play in it. May I tell you that? A pivotal role to play in it. That is it, Michelle. And when he realized him couldn't go no further, because it would have get too rocky, too sticky, too icky. And him reject her. The little girl probably not even understand the feelings what she feel. And could lie. I am looking at the possibilities of what could happen. But either way you take it, what me now go do is paint no scenario where this little girl just pick up lie and tell out of thin air. Like J Pro over there on his mouth and I say. I am not going to paint the fact that this little girl could be being wicked. No, she could be responding to a very, very bad situation, a very inappropriate situation, of which he is still pivotal. And this woman of his will continue to have his back and not realize that this man is the weapon that form against her. You understand? But that was the if scenario. And based on how they're behaving, they're trying to paint that picture subtly. But whatever picture them a paint, no little picnic now go pick up and tell them kind of lie there without something wrong people. Like that's no need for know. That man is doing something that is not okay where she's concerned. So either way you take it, something deeper need to be looked into. Yeah. So justice is still needed for that child. So at the end of the day, I don't believe that she's lying. Me personally. I looked at it. Remember, I introduced that argument on the basis of being a devil's advocate. And even so, me still couldn't see it just coming out of thin air. I'm looking at it now from a personal perspective. And I don't believe that she's lying. Why don't I believe that she's lying? I don't believe she's lying based on that man's behavior, his pattern, the interest he's had with barely legal girls. I heard another blogger show where somebody was still saying that he was with, what's next girl name? The one from Haiti, guys. What's your name? Cass. That he was with Cass Kingdom from she was 16. Cass Kingdom said in her interview with Momo that they met when she was 18. I played that interview on my channel. So now go back into the CMR files and you will see that she said that straight from her mouth. That they were together from she was 18 till she was 20. They were together for 2 years. So when she was 18 was when they met, and they met in the club. She was not with CMR when she was 16. So that's not a fact. The fact is she was 18. But the point is she was barely legal, and in some states not legal enough to even drink alcohol. Because in some places it's 21, not true? Young and naive. Did he not tell the next one, Shani, that he thought she was younger than she was? Why you think he ended up getting a cast? Because Shani too old. Shani too up in her age. He wanted a younger person. He likes them naive, vulnerable, needy, and clingy. Because then he feels he can impress them with his money. And having them at a point of disadvantage is a part of the thrill. So, based on his pattern of behavior, for me, the probability of him being guilty is extremely high. And on that basis, I stand with the child. It isn't out of character. Right, let me take a look at some of the comments. She was too detailed for a child. She don't look like she would concoct such a lie. And what would the reason be behind the lie exactly? How could a mother sleep with a man who tried to take her child innocence? Give the mother time. We will all see in the future that man is going to drop the mother. How soon after the video where her mom walked in the room did the allegation was the allegation reported to the counselor? It was about a couple. I think it was a couple of months or a month after or something. I know she have to be getting counseling that's physical and mental abuse to a minor. I'm not saying she lied. No, my friend daughter did it because she wanted her mom and stepfather to break. She never liked the stepfather. Yes, Sonia. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That there has to be a reason. But why didn't she like the stepfather? What was the stepfather doing wrong? You understand? It has happened. There are many cases where children tell lies on adults, particularly of that nature when they know it's so damning, the result that it's going to destroy them, right? Um, but it leads from something. There's something else going on. You understand? It's 21 in the States, but most Caribbean clubs do not enforce it. Okay. I stand with the child. I don't believe him because he lied to. All right. No, Jamar, I could have shake your hand for that comment. Let me tell you something. You see, when you make that comment there, you remind me of something else that made my head hit the roof when me listen to J Pro chat him fat, right? Imagine somebody remind him about that thing about Mr. Vegas. And him a talk about, do you know what happens when you corner a puss or you corner an animal? Yes, in other words, him get cornered, so him did just have to grab his straw and say anything to get out of the situation, justifying the absolute effort that this man said to Mr. Vegas. Now, Mr. Vegas, I don't rate the fact that you delete the video. You should have keep it up. Come in know where you delete it for. But all I know is that everybody, all of us bloggers have it. I have it. You understand? And he came to you and he told you that it was not his stepchild. It was not his household. It was a friend who had a sleepover, a child who had a sleepover who was a child of a friend. Some woman from Trinidad. And I had somebody else on my page telling me that he's around the place telling people that the daughter tell lie and it was the mother who set up the daughter to tell lie. And then we're hearing other things about the case being dropped. This guy is spinning stories left, right, and center. The case is still open. It's not dropped. First of all, it's still open. As I said, he communicated with the judge, and it is highly likely that in that communication, that two-page document, he asked for permission to attend the funeral, etc., etc. He's clearly residing still outside of the household. He's saying that this is the home, and the home does not match the home where the wife is supposed to be. I'm saying that despite everything that's happening around this little girl, counseling, supporting her, being there for her should have been a priority. Instead, you have this silencing agenda as though nothing has happened in order for these fake Carters, these Carters from China, to make a buck. They are not paying any attention to what really ought to be a statement of support for their child, or at least a statement of innocence from the father if you claim not no so. I do not care what anybody says about litigation. We're not tell me no crap about, oh, because it's in court, you can't talk about it. That's garbage. Jay-Z is talking about it. And he is in a court process. Yes. He is in a court process and he is speaking out and saying, I did not do this. And these accusations are ludicrous. Blatantly. Hmm? So don't come and tell me that, oh, they're in court. Who the hell are these people? Them people are maggots in comparison to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Them are maggage in comparison. And if them Tapanari's people they can't talk, why the hell they can't say a statement? Huh? They can talk about it because the court did thank you. It was not no gag order from the court to say you dare not speak. No. And regardless of what a lawyer can tell you, you can say to a lawyer, listen, we are a public family. We are a public figure. We're a brand. We have to make a statement. You know why I want to hide it. There's two reasons. One, you don't want to shag around with the contracts that you guys have. So you're hoping that it flies under the radar. And certain people who you guys have obligations to with your brand don't have to deal with your mess. So by not addressing it on your channel and blocking it out, anybody who comes after is just going to see a pristine channel promoting products. But one bike company don't pick up already and pull that because them no one known potential nonce handling their stuff. And we haven't heard much else of Disney either. I wanted the wiggy them I get things, and probably because most of them company there China, them not really business. But you didn't want to ruin the few. So you had to keep quiet, keep it on the down low. It's all about the money. All these little fake pictures with that little girl, that outfit, that Thanksgiving photo, no, sir. Jay look like says somebody will like to cheek them and pull them east and west. The way this smile big so till it must have muscularly hurt. It didn't look real. You understand? You people are puppeteering your children to the camera at the expense of their well-being. I'm going to say it flatly like that. At the expense of their well-being. So it's probably just as well that you take a break, Crissy. But I really and truly hope that the coincidence of your break and your husband's travels doesn't mean that you are busy supporting him rather than being busy supporting Jay. You understand? Even when you are putting up your pictures of going to the meets, you don't even have her with you to say, me and Jay going to the meet with the girls. It's just you and the girls. Something's not right. All is not well. And it will all come to light in the right time. As I said, not rush nothing. The court process will take its toll, and we will see the documents when it's ready to be revealed. So everything will come out into the open. Be it that there is a statement retraction or not. Be it that the state decides to press on with the charges or not, we're going to find out. But let me just tell you this. If the scenario ever comes to fruition that that little girl was made to retract her statement, just know that it would be you guys who pressured her to do so. And that we are not going to stop beat and teach no out here about it. Because you guys would have put that in her head that she can't speak up for herself. You guys would have made her know that it's more important to suffer in silence and to fake the family for money. You guys would have put the wrong values in her, in telling her, listen, you can't destroy our name. How are we meant to eat and live? Because some woman out here would have rather suffer with some dirty man than step out by herself. Not knowing that by yourself you can be 10 times greater than having a man that is a burden on your whole life beside you. You people are thinking that this person is her backbone. Why? Because he bring her come to America. But tell you something, somebody can bring you go off foreign and turn you in a one slave. That means that them are your God. Me not really like to understand that. That means that them are your God. Look how that girl, that wife, sit down in a car for hours while the man inside and suck out Cass Kingdom tongue. Eh? And a heavy pet Cass Kingdom while she sit down in her car and complains that the car to what? That is a level of disrespect and disregard that this man has shown his wife. Eh? And you think, say, because it got blown out the water because Shani decided to bust it up, that he has changed overnight? Hmm? Hmm. Eh. Have you guys ever looked into CMR's eyes? Have you ever looked really and truly just looked at him and realized that his eyes are dead? Hmm? Absolutely no expression in his eyes at all. His mouth does not match his face. Have you not noticed that when he's laughing, his eyes stay the same? The only time I've seen his emotions match his eyes is when him feeling sad. Hmm? That's the only time I've ever seen his eyes match his face is when him feeling sad. You see, when him a laugh, it's like a psychopath. Like a, no, not a psychopath. That's a big extreme. Okay. Like a sociopath. Emotions don't match the face. They don't match. What's coming out of his mouth don't match. People will be there, giving joke on him that for sure, like him a laugh alongside. Look at the video he just dropped, right? Where the guy's very passionate talking about his business of wrapping coffins and da 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 da. And him a busting one and two little joke and you can't hear him. But when you look at his eyes, it ain't linked. Yes? The Bluetooth ain't Bluetoothing. It's just not happening. You understand? Totally disconnected from genuine emotions. And therefore, somebody like that is very, very fully capable of deceiving an audience. Very capable. We've shown you so many times and so many examples of this taking place. And some of you still remain like ostriches with your head in the sand, like a bunch of fools. And all of this will be done at the expense of that little girl. Time longer than rope. Long rope, short catch. It's only a matter of time when this little girl is going to speak out and tell you guys what's really going on, and nobody can stop her at that point. And we'll be here to say, we saw it and we knew it, and the rest of you were just enablers. Of course, the other kids them know something. Let me tell you something. You see the second eldest. You see the second girl, the really tall, lanky one who's always struggling with trousers. I was that little girl, because trust me, I was a tall little girl. And maga and bony and everything is too short. You see how she's going through that awkward phase? She wants braces, she wants to fix her teeth, she wants this, she wants that. She doesn't feel she's very pretty. She looked really uncomfortable with the father at the graduation. It was like, even in the pictures, she was not that interested in what was going on. Trust and believe siblings speak. While the little tiny baby may not know, the other two girls may know very much so what's going on. The only person they would keep in the dark would be the baby, the toddler. But those three girls, they will talk and they will share everything. Even his own, yeah, they looked off. They looked definitely off. Yes, definitely off. Chevy B said they call narcissist supporters flying monkeys. You mean I like that phrase then? Like one mad girl in England always I use this. I mean I want to hear that. No call them no flying monkey over here. Call it something else. If Chrissy thinks this is a disgrace, wait until he takes back that demon in her house. Huh? No, me I tell you. At that time, when I go see the attack claps, if that ever happen. At that time, when I go see the attack claps, it now go done for now if that happen. You understand? That little girl, it now go done for now. Maybe their intention is to send her away. You never know. Maybe that is the intention. He's a dangerous guy, and the mama one day go down with him. She's not educated. I mean, I tell you, them always a go, so their mother they will defend their sons, even if their sons are criminals. Yes, this is how it will be. You understand? So that is not even a surprise, but it's just sad. I just think it's really pathetic that people can't use their discernment because, yes, okay, you love them, you want to support them. But the only sensible ones that I hear in the comments are the ones that are going, boy, I really think you should give your life to God because the devil will work for you. That are the only one when we will say, okay, I give that a pass. You understand? Apart from the one that will come down and just break at this a dirty boy CMR, where you trouble the pitney for. You understand? Which is extreme. But the ones that say, yeah, you need God in your life. You need to give yourself to God because something's not right. Those ones are the most honest because they can love the concept of the family, the idea of the family. But those things that are happening in the background, guys, that's not a family. Yeah. When them things they are going in the background, things, something not right. And why choose that kind of thing? I mean, Lord, she could have said anything else. She could have said him beat her. She could have said that him beat me. You understand? Why she had to jump to that? There's something there. And I hope and pray the prosecution does not drop the case. And I hope and pray that they do not stop. I hope they press until they get the truth and that all is revealed. And that if he is guilty, he gets dealt with heavily by the full arm of the law. And I don't take that back. Some only want him to stay out because they don't want the sweets. Some only want it to go away because some only depend on them for give no meaning to a dead life to find a life of our own, building our own fairy tale story. Stop looking at these things and thinking that all that glitters is gold. Right, let me go through the comments because this is something I want to say. Work in healthcare, do you know how much of these persons come in trying to take their 3 points because of these things? I'm telling you, Shelly. I'm telling you, I believe behind closed doors, that guy beats the wife. Well, he's done it before, so it would be impossible. You understand? You're speaking the truth. I have been watching the second girl, yeah? How comes no one here from the wife mother? Some mothers are not bullshit takers. Some will definitely take themselves away from the foolishness. Go getters TNL. A lot of you coming for Crissy and not CMR. Wow. And even talking about the lady, other kids. All right, go getters. You need to exit. Because move your ass. Because I don't know what you are talking about. Because I the two of them we are dealing with. You understand? So I don't know what you talking about. But you need to go. I don't need you here. Bye. Right? So let's keep it moving. Trending drama, Dwayne. Proud of you, K. Big up yourself. Dwayne. Cocoa Puffs. But the wife herself is all fake. No sense of real emotions coming from her either. Now, me not tell you. Listen, Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs. You see, when I saw her get irritated with the audience and say, got and say, nobody else kill up themselves or something. Like, I'm not using her exact words, but it was to this meaning. Nobody else kill up themselves. Only Jamaican people when I are bothered. Or only Jamaican people when bothered. And I'm just like, is this woman for real? Did she really just say that? that it's only Jamaican people bothered. So white people don't bother in America there, and the Americans are not bothered that her husband potentially interfered with her child. What circle are you in for you to think that something like that is acceptable and normal behavior? I do not understand it. Right? You come on your platform and you present your kids to the world. You paint a story that people become invested in. They become invested to the point where they're supporting you, they're buying you gifts, they're sending you super chat, they're doing whatever. And then when something as crucial like this happens to one of your children, you don't even have the temerity, the integrity, the self-worth, the protectiveness, the nurturing spirit in your body to step forward and say, listen, my child made a statement. We are standing by her and supporting her throughout this time. Please, guys, take it easy with us while we go through this challenge. Not even that. You just carry on like say everything normal and everything airy. You're sick in your head. Both you and your husband sick in your head. But you know why you're going to get this extra beating? Because you're a mom and you are not the accused. We look upon the accused like a deadbeat jankro. You understand? We expect him to do what he do because I always jankro behavior and present to the world. But mothers are supposed to be fiercely protective. Yeah. Fiercely protective. You come for my baby cub, I'll bite your head off. You understand? And in you, we see dismissal. When you fling up the purple hearts. Justice for Jay. Fling up the purple hearts, people. Fling up the purple hearts. Justice for Jay. You understand? So many girls face these kind of things and then they become blamed for speaking out. So many. It isn't right. It isn't right at all that they have to be put into silence. Put up the purple hearts. Thank you so much, my graduates. You understand? Justice for Jay. I think it's about time that we educate women about how to respond when things like this land on their doorstep. If your daughter approaches you and says that their partner has been interfering, you must automatically take that child's side. Even if you find out afterwards it's not, it is your duty to protect that child. Let the investigations and whatever show say no go so. But in the meantime, your pitney are your priority. Some of you women will forever make these mistakes, and then the cycle of trauma will continue. Anyway, guys, big up in a nice clean self. Thank you so much for coming to A Touch of Class with HDK. Please make sure that you like up the live as you exit the classroom. If you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell, okay, to make sure that you get notifications whenever I come live. Thank you so much once again. I've got to go rest my voice now. I've spoken to you for ages despite being hoarse. So you know some have to go proper receipt before me come out again. You understand? Yes? All right. Oh boy. Thank you so much, Beverly. I will. If I remember Uncle Larry, I will need Uncle Larry and Marie, me no know. Oh boy, men have no choice to change. Oh boy, I'm telling you. You understand? Big up on yourself. Bye bye. Bye bye, graduates.